Mother flowers, mother flowers. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to coming up in NXT. In 3 weeks, Tommaso Ciampa will finally get his NXT Championship match against Aleister Black. Next week, Adam Cole will face Danny Burch, and also Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong from the Undisputed Era are going to invoke the rematch clause against Trent Seven and Tyler Bate for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Again, there's just so much stuff to look forward to, you know? And I keep on saying this shit, and I don't want to be repetitive, but fuck it. It's always fucking true, though. NXT is that breath of fresh air. It really, really is. Overall, though, I thought NXT last night for July 4th, 2018, the 4th of July edition of NXT was actually a very enjoyable show. With a main event where Johnny Gargano literally lost his fucking shit. He snapped. Literally fucking snapped. We got a crazy kick-ass match between Velveteen Dream and Chris Dijak. And Chris Dijak in himself is fucking amazing right now in NXT. He's losing, but fuck. I guarantee you, in a couple months from now, that guy's going to be a fucking big-time player. There's no doubt about it. The fucking mighty, are back at it to their tactics and cheating and shit like that. But again, all that happened last night. As always, Mother Flowers, I want to hear from you guys in the comment thread of this video. Your thoughts on this week's episode of NXT from yesterday. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate the show? Let me fucking know. I hope all of you Mother Flowers had a wonderful 4th of July. Whether it be you going to the beach, to the boardwalk, with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your kids, your family, your friends. Whether you consumed an alcoholic beverage. Whether you went to the beach to watch the fireworks, or if not, maybe you threw a barbecue in your backyard, or you threw a barbecue at your local park. I don't fucking know. However the fuck you get down. Me, on the other hand, with the flowers, yesterday, I had to go to work. I got my holiday pay, so I'm not fucking complaining. NXT kicked off last night with a women's match between Dakota Kai and the return of Santana Garrett. Santana Garrett, who hasn't been seen in a while in NXT. Now, y'all remember Santana Garrett was a participant in the inaugural Mae Young Classic. And it's crazy because they're bringing back the Mae Young Classic, and there's a possibility that Santana Garrett will take place once again in said tournament. And I thought this match overall between Dakota Kai and Santana Garrett, I'm not saying it was a bad match. It had a slow start. It picked up, but I'll be honest about it. It really wasn't my cup of tea. It really wasn't. There's a moment in the match where Santana Garrett locked in a Muda lock on Dakota Kai, where she eventually got out of. Dakota Kai eventually went for her modified haluva kick in the corner, and then went for her modified backstabber for the 1-2-3. Dakota Kai got the win. Of course she did. And like I said before, Santana Garrett, she really isn't signed to NXT. She'll do these spot appearances here and there. She's probably going to take part in the Mae Young Classic. But when I look at someone like Dakota Kai, and this is my honest opinion, okay? Take it for what it's worth. When I look at Dakota Kai, she reminds me a lot of Bayley when she was in NXT. Now, granted, I'm not saying that Dakota Kai is at the level that Bayley was when she was in NXT. Hell fucking no. Bayley obviously was one of the most popular acts in NXT. Hands fucking down. But when I look at Dakota Kai, there's some similarities there. Bayley was in NXT, this good girl, never go bad, innocent, pure, someone that you just cannot hate. She was the girl fucking next door. She was literally the girl next door. And Dakota Kai is something similar to that, but more attractive in my honest opinion. But we'll see where they go with this with Dakota Kai, which is crazy because it also led to a promo involving the NXT Women's Champion, which I'm going to get into later on in this review. After this, we get a video, I guess, from the Performance Center. It was Oleg Dozovic from Heavy Machinery with Tucker Knight. I guess they were lifting weights, and they're talking about their match that was going to take place against the Mighty. And I guess Dozovich goes for like a walk, and then he hears that Tucker Knight's in fucking pain. And you see Tucker Knight just lying there, holding his leg. But you see this little thing, this little cameo, where the Mighty are just walking fast and shit. You know the fucking Mighty, because again, they're going to go at it against Heavy Machinery. And again, they're heels now, and they're doing all these, crazy, unsportsmanlike acts, if you will. So it made a lot of sense for it to be the Mighty. We then get the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, in my opinion, cut probably the best promo that I've heard her even say since joining NXT. It was short, it was to the point, and it delivered, and I liked it. She heads out to the ring, and she says everyone's wondering how she'll handle Nikki Cross. And she responded, when the dog is rabid, you put them to sleep. Baszler wonders who even has a chance beating her, right? And rattles off a few names from the women's division. She says that there's literally WWE's going throughout the entire globe, scouring for women to compete in the next Mae Classic, just to see who's gonna go at it with Shayna Baszler. Maybe that's the prize. Whoever wins this Mae Classic coming up, they're gonna, I guess, get a championship match against Shayna Baszler. But ultimately, she will put down whoever is put in front of her, and she'll remain the NXT Women's Champion. Literally, she said it, I will put them to sleep, and you will hear #and still your NXT Women's Champion. Again, I liked it. It was short, it was sweet, to the fucking point, it delivered. You can even make the argument, hey, they are fucking making the second Mae Classic because of Shayna Baszler. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? So we'll see where this fucking goes and who ends up winning that tournament. We'll see. We get backstage Kathy Kelly talking with Danny Burch about coming close to winning the NXT Tag Team titles. If there's an update on Oney Lorcan's injury, Burch said they came up short, and it will be about 3 months before Lorcan will ever come back after surgery. The Undisputed Era walk, and they decided to interrupt the interviews. Strong says Burch and his injured Lorcan are now in the back of the line. Burch cracks a joke about O'Reilly and Strong losing their tag titles over in the UK to Mustache Mountain. And Cole runs his mouth a bit more, and Burch says, how about a one match next week? Literally a one-on-one match between, obviously, Adam Cole and Danny Burch. Now, it's going to be a non-title match, which, again, you could do. At the same time, it's crazy because you think about Adam Cole didn't defend the North American title. It's been a while since he has defended the belt, so they can do this whole thing where, in my opinion, you can do this whole thing where Danny Burch beats Adam Cole, a non-title match, and you build that up to a championship match in next coming weeks, if you will. We'll see how that goes, though. Okay, they show a video from last week. Again, I was in Cancun when this shit happened last week, where it was Aleister Black in the ring. He gets interrupted by Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa says, hey, he is now over Johnny Gargano, and now he wants a shot at Aleister Black in the NXT Championship. And literally this whole thing where Ciampa sits, he folds his legs, waves at fucking Aleister Black, and says that when it's all said and done, Aleister Black will fade to black. So, again, Tommaso Ciampa right now, hands fucking down, is probably the best heel in WWE. Hands fucking down. And here's the thing about it, right? In 3 weeks from now, you're gonna get Ciampa versus Aleister Black. Now, you can do this thing where Johnny Gargano gets involved, and maybe again do this whole thing where it ends in a disqualification. It has this whole thing where Ciampa gets screwed over by Gargano, because again, Gargano, like I said earlier in this review, during his match with EC3, the Mother Flower snapped. He fucking lost it, right? And it's like now he has this obsession with Ciampa. And you can build this up to a triple threat at TakeOver Brooklyn 4, with Aleister Black at the same time is another way for Aleister Black to get back into the main event scene. Because again, Aleister Black, when you think about it, has been the forgotten champion. And again, we understand why. Because right now, the biggest feud right now is obviously Gargano and Ciampa. So we'll see how all that shit plays out weeks to come. But again, that's what's happening 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks, Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the NXT Championship. We get the Mighty versus Otis Dozovic in a 2-1 handicap match. There were moments in this match where Dozovic has some momentum. Eventually, he goes for a Vader bomb and he misses, which then causes the Mighty to hit their European, I guess it was like a lariat uppercut, some shit like that, in the back of the head for the 1-2-3. So literally, the Mighty got a win. They had to cheat, which I'm like, okay, but still, end of the day, they got the fucking win. Nigel McGuinness, again, was praising the fuck out of the Mighty because, again, they made it seem like they were on the tag title when they didn't really, but you kind of get the idea. We get a video from Bianca Belair, and she literally is checking out how all these women in the women's division are saying they're the number one contender, but she's the only one that's undefeated. Belair wonders how they're at the top of the list, and they have to catch up to her, really. Like, in other words, what she's saying is, hey, Bianca Belair is on top of the list, and everyone needs to step up. And you know what? And I said it before, and I'll say it again. Bianca Belair right now, for me, is a slow project in the making. She's a star in the making, hands fucking down. Hands fucking down. She's a star in the making. And I don't know. We'll see how that goes as well. Because I guarantee you, she's someone that can see, again, sooner than later, her getting her chance at the championship. We'll fucking see, though. We also get, I guess, an interview from Kairi saying how she's going to face Vanessa Bourne one-on-one. That's going to all take place next week. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We get Chris Dijak, formerly known as Donovan Dijak, versus the Velveteen Dream. This match was fucking fun. When I look at Chris Dijak, if you look at what he was wearing, he is literally the white Okada. Now, I'm not saying the white Okada from in-ring talent-wise, but as far as what he was wearing, it reminded me a lot of what Okada used to wear in New Japan, like the little shorts and the black boots and shit like that. But again, Chris Dijak literally ragdolled Velveteen Dream. It looked like, he was going to win this match. And I thought he was too, but no. Because again, you can do this whole thing where Velveteen Dream, again, it's a fluke win, some shit like that. But it was a moment where Chris Dijak was on the apron, on the fucking apron. And I guess the Velveteen Dream tripped him, and he goes face first into the steel steps, which then caused Velveteen Dream to hit the DDT, or like a hammerlock DDT type of move, like a hammerlock DDT for the 1-2-3. So Velveteen Dream literally escaped with the win, but a very game Chris Dijak. And I look forward to seeing more of Chris Dijak in the future. Then we get the main event. Gargano and EC3. This match, it was more of the moment that happened. So, again, Johnny Gargano fucking snapped. Literally went insane. It's a moment where obviously EC3 is sitting down. And I guess Gargano thought he was mocking him and shit, but it really wasn't like that. So, he, again, goes insane. Does these kicks. Eventually exposes the fucking, his knee. And he goes for the Gargano escape multiple times. And then he goes for the knee. He's literally the Ciampa knee, if you will, to the face of EC3. And again, at this point, Johnny Gargano is fucking, again, he's not there. He's snapped. He lost his mind. And he beats EC3 with the DDT through the middle rope. Now, I'll be real about it. Could he done this to someone like Raul Mendoza? That's fucking fine. The same thing for Velveteen Dream as well. Like, if you're going to have him beat somebody, have him beat someone like Raul Mendoza, who's a nobody on the roster. A nobody. Same thing here with Johnny Gargano. Have him beat someone like a Raul Mendoza, or a Fabian Eichner, or some shit like that. Because to me, again, EC3 should not be losing these matches, or should not be put out there for someone like Gargano to fucking snap and lose his mind to and shit. But again, this whole thing where, again, you got to remember, Tommaso Ciampa beat Gargano at TakeOver Chicago. So, in Gargano's mind, it's like, yo, he can't get over that fact. He can't get over it. And like I said earlier, don't be surprised in 3 weeks from now, in 3 weeks, Johnny Gargano costs Ciampa the championship match. And you build this shit up to a triple threat at TakeOver Brooklyn. That to me makes sense. At the same time, I get it. Gargano and Ciampa is arguably right now the big feud in NXT. Does it need a title? No. But at this point, if they have another match one-on-one with a stipulation, with no belt, it's like, whatever at this point. So I guess it kind of needs the belt. Fine. If it was up to me, you could do this whole thing where, again, it's a triple threat. You could have Ciampa win. And you can hold off to Gargano, again, picking up wins again. I doubt they can hold up to WrestleMania weekend. Maybe Survivor Series weekend at War Games, or if not, Royal Rumble weekend with Hell in a Cell. I think, again, that feud, and I'll be down for it too, if you do a Gargano Ciampa in Hell in a Cell at a TakeOver. I think it'll blow the roof off the place. But that being said, Aleister Black, you add to the mix right now, is something for him to do, is something for him to be back in the main event scene, and why the fuck not, especially for the fucking title. So we'll see where all this shit's gonna go. But next week, Mother Flowers, NXT gonna be stacked. We're getting Adam Cole versus Danny Burch. We're gonna get the Tag Team Championship rematch, Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate versus Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Kairi Sane versus Vanessa Bourne. We'll likely see the return of Bianca Belair from her honeymoon. We'll see who is going to step up to Shayna Baszler. Again, there's just so much shit to look forward to, as well as the build-up between Ciampa and Aleister Black. And will even Gargano get involved before? We'll see about that shit. Mother Flowers, let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed NXT this week or not. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I will be doing an Impact review later on today. I know I haven't done one in a while. I understand. I've been watching the show too. I've been enjoying what Impact is doing as well, believe it or not. So expect a review later on tonight on this channel. So if you're not subbed to this channel yet, Mother Flowers, what the fuck are you waiting for? Hit that sub button down below right now. Be notified when I drop a video. Literally hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button, Mother Flowers. Look at me, I'm like fucking Fonzie right now. Hey, Mother Flowers. Also follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And that's it for me, y'all. I'm out. It's wrestling and whatever. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace out, Mother Flowers.